So where exactly did Ray and Gary perpetrate their alien autopsy restoration? Would you have let that stinky old alien anywhere near your house? But somebody did. Somebody who lived in North London. After some persuasion, Ray, Gary and John agreed to take me to the location where the 1995 film was shot. So, talk about returning to the scene of the crime.
Oh, it's not a crime.
It's
You
no
can't
crime.
say that.
Are we going somewhere else?
Yeah.
But do you remember the scene, more importantly?
Not very well, to be honest with you. Right?
Camden. John, I think, probably knows.
Yeah, I think it's in Rochester Square.
Why are you so vague about this? I can't understand. This, probably the single most important thing in your professional careers, and everybody's so vague about it.
It isn't vagueness as much as if you go to one place for the first time 10 years ago and don't go back, it's not unreasonable that you can't remember where it is.
And also,
so we're not going to be 100% sure which house it is when we get there, if they'll look the same.
And one terrace house looks like the next terrace
Yes,
house.
that's very true.
You see little models in the shop and blow-up dolls and all sorts of things of aliens with those big eyes, John. Do you sort of think, that's my creation, that's a breach of copyright? Or do you guys own the copyright to the alien face?
Wish we did.
can you own copyright in something that is real?
It's round here somewhere, Gary. It was long here, I'm sure of it.
Was it? What was the square called?
Rochester. What's this one
That's
here?
Rochester Place.
What's this here?
That's Rochester something as well, look at it. Rochester Rose.
Must be
There's
further.
Rochester Square over there.
Yeah.
Where?
Gotta
Here,
get in
look
there,
here.
then.
I'm sure it's over on that side, you know.
Not
Yeah,
left.
it's over there. It wasn't Rochester Square.
That's okay, we can go round.
Yeah, we can go round. John, you've got amazing memory.
I'm glad one of you has.
So am I.
It's one of these houses round here. So.
Yeah. No, absolutely right. It's definitely in this square here.
Okay, let's dismount and see if your memory can be refreshed anymore.
Okay.
Aha.
10 years since you've been here, Ray.
Yeah, and it certainly brings back a few memories and a few late nights.
But which one? Can you remember which one, Ray?
Yes, I can.
What's your worry, Gary, about identifying this house?
I think it's always protecting the people who are there, making sure that location is kept secret so ufologists and people don't drive them mad, which it would be not fair to whoever lives there now.
Yes, we are there, I think.
I think it's a
Yeah.
lick of paint.
Yeah.
So this is it, without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely.
You've never revealed this before. It
No.
is in this very street, in that very house,
Absolutely.
that the alien autopsy was carried out.
The restoration. Yes.
Absolutely.
It even confuses you.
No, it doesn't. I'm very clear.
In many ways, this then is the real Roswell. According to the boys, at least 95% of the autopsy footage ufologists have pored over for a decade was actually created behind one of these windows. And if I revealed the exact location, I'd probably have to kill you. Ray and Gary compare their work to that of the great Leonardo da Vinci, whose Last Supper has been restored several times. They describe their band of autopsy restorers as a team, friends bound by loyalty and pride in their work. Ray says the money they've earned from the film has been shared, and they spend some of it at glitzy secret reunions like this one in Las Vegas. What about the people who actually filmed your restoration? How have you kept them quiet for so long?
I haven't kept them quiet. What's happened is that we're a very close-knit team of people, and we're great friends, and there wasn't any difficulty in asking people not to talk.
I think it was probably harder for people more on the technical side who received an awful lot of plaudits and congratulations from their world, not to stand up and say it was me, and it was probably harder for them.
I mean, it was in all the papers and front page of all, leading papers. It was quite.
Were you
amazing.
not itching to say to somebody, I made that?
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
However hard it was not bragging about their successful reconstruction, it was harder keeping the press and UFO community off their backs. From the moment the film was shown, people wanted to know the true identity of the man who Ray claimed had shot the real autopsy film in the first place, the ex-soldier behind the camera. It was clear that an extra layer of subterfuge was required to throw them off the scent. This footage supposedly shows an interview with the real cameraman. But this guy was just a decoy, filmed by Gary in a hotel room in Los Angeles.
And I have prepared a statement.
He was brilliant. You know, he was a poor guy that we picked up off the streets in LA and got him into a hotel and wash and scrub up some prosthetics and we got him to read a part. And the guy that did it, I think we made his day.
I am the person who shot the film. I will not tell you my name, but I want you to know that I am not happy.
How long did people believe that this cameraman was real?
Well, it worked in total because the real cameraman was never found, and I think the pressure to find him went off when the taped interview of the other cameraman was made available. So the plan absolutely worked, and the guy that we found was fantastic.
OK, so Ray and Gary have come clean about filming the autopsy in a flat in North London. But outside John the alien maker, they haven't told us about anybody else involved in the shoot. And the alien ain't talking. But this programme isn't called Eamonn Investigates for nothing. Remember the guy behind the glass when you're about to meet him? Well, as days in your life go, Gareth, that one must have been pretty interesting.
I do recall going to a house, a big house, I believe, in North London. Not quite sure where. It didn't look particularly, wasn't a particularly salubrious area. The house was a bit of a tip. Went upstairs, and there was this alien being on a slab that looked pretty lifelike.
Pretty convincing.
Pretty damn convincing, yeah.
Did you poke or prod or touch the alien?
Yeah, I want to take it home with me.
And was it seen as a bit of a lark, or was it a serious restoration?
From my point of view, it was a bit of a laugh, really. I mean, I didn't really know too much about it prior to that. I mean, I think maybe they were protecting me or on a need-to-know basis. But I was literally drafted in to be the man behind the mask on the day.
And what were your instructions? How did they direct you?
2 steps to the right and 2 steps to the left, and don't blink. I think. I think all you can see is that.
So Gareth, why you? Why did they choose you to be the technician behind the glass?
It was either me or a 6-foot blonde who worked in the office, of course, and I don't think.
So you worked for who?
I worked for Gary at the time. Ray Santilli worked in the same building.
And he called you in one day and said, "Oh, I've got a proposition for you."
Yeah, with a little twinkle in his eye. And I went into the office and asked me if I wanted to get involved. My choice.
And when you left at the end of the day, what happened? Did you just have a few drinks, or did you all carry the body out to a car? Or?
I think I left on my own, got a cab back to the office actually, and thought, oops, what have I done? Straight on the phone to my mum. You wouldn't guess what I've just done.
Santilli and Shoefield claim their latest version of events is the real one, which is all very well, but if I believe them, I have to believe there is a real alien autopsy film, damaged beyond repair, but featuring, in whatever fragmented form, a real alien from outer space. If that's true, it's incredible.